นี่สำหรับคนไทยมีปัญหาอะไรบ้างเนาะ นั่งสมาธิเดินจงกรมนั่งสมาธิอยู่กับพุทโธก็อยู่กับลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกรู้ลมหายใจเข้ารู้ลมหายใจออกรู้พุทโธพุทโธช้าพุทโธเร็วพุทโธละเอียดหรือไม่ละเอียดเนี่ยความรู้เนี่ยฝึกสตินี่สำคัญสติก็ความรู้รู้เวทนาขึ้นมารู้ความคิดขึ้นมารู้ความจำขึ้นมาเนี่ยของเราต้องรู้เกิดอะไรขึ้นในใจของเรานี่ที่สำคัญ เมื่อฝึกสมาธิ ดีแล้วเมื่อได้แปลว่าเมื่อได้สงบนะเมื่อได้จิตมันสงบนะไม่มีความคิดขึ้นมาไม่มีความจำขึ้นมาโอเคแล้วเดี๋ยวนี้จะพิจารณาดูร่างกายนี้ของเราติดกับร่างกายนี้ไม่ว่าก็เป็นคนหนุ่มก็ไม่ว่าเป็นคนแก่นะของเรายังติดอยู่นะ กับความกลิ่นนะกับลิ้นกับสัมผัสรสชาติหรือสัมผัสนี่หรือสัมผัสโน่นนะนี่มันเกี่ยวกับร่างกายนี่ลองพิจารณาดูอาหารใหม่อาหารเก่าก็เมื่อกี้ก็สวดมนต์อาหารเก่าอาหารใหม่เนาะ พิจารณาดูทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างที่เกิดที่ของเราใส่ในร่างกายนี่ก็อร่อยดีสะอาดดีทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างที่ออกจากร่างกายนี่ก็มันสกปรกเลอะเทอะนะ ร่างกายนี่ก็เปลี่ยนทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างที่สะอาดดีนะภายในสกปรกเลอะเทอะนะของเรานะมันอาศัยร่างกายทำไมของเราชอบร่างกายทำไม ติดร่างกายนี้ทำไมมันก็ทอดออกมาทอดแค้นออกมาทอดข้าวออกมาทอดทั้งหมดออกมา32อาการนะทอดออกมาวางตอนหน้าต่อตาเลยดูนะมันอะไรเป็นร่างกายหัวใจก็เป็นร่างกายกระดูกก็เป็นร่างกายผิวหนังก็เป็นร่างกายอะไรผมขนก็เป็นร่างกายนี่อะไรก็เป็นร่างกายเรียกว่ายังไงขนก็เป็นคนหัวใจก็เป็นหัวใจผมก็เป็นผมนะแต่มันไม่ใช่ร่างกายนั่นมันอะไรก็เป็นร่างกายเนี่ย ผลิตขึ้นมาที่32อาการนั้นมันจะเป็นร่างกายอีกแหละนะในของเราติดกับนี่เราต้องพิจารณาดูพินิจพิจารณาร่างกายนี่ จึงเข้าใจร่างกายกับจิตใจมันต่างกันจิตใจเป็นคนขับมันเหมือนรถยนต์นะคนขับก็มีรถยนต์นะเมื่อคนขับก็นอนหลับนะรถยนต์ไม่ไปไหนก็เหมือนจิตใจของเราเมื่อจิตใจนะของเราก็นอนหลับในสมาธิร่างกายก็ไม่ได้ขยับอะไรนี่ก็ต้อง ต้องพิจารณาดูนะต้องมีความรักในสมาธิถึงเห็นอยู่นะเมื่อใจอยู่ในสมาธิร่างกายก็ไม่ไปไหนไม่ได้ขยับนะ ต้องหาความรักแบบนี้และเวลาความคิดขึ้นมาหรือความจำขึ้นมาไม่ต้องตามไปเห็นอยู่ความคิดขึ้นมาก็กับพุทโธก็กับลมหายใจออกเข้าลมหายใจออกเนี่ยการปฏิบัติของเราการฝึกสมาธินะ ในพิจารณาดูร่างกายในร่างกายนี่ มีความโกรธความโลภนะทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างที่เกิดขึ้นกับเราและที่ของเราทำงานในชีวิตของเราเพื่อร่างกายนี่เพื่อที่มีอาศัยเพื่อมีอาหารการกินนะเพื่อมี ยาการกินนะและเพื่อมีเสื้อผ้าผูกความหนาวนี่ผมเข้าใจอันนี้แค่นี้ก็เทศสั้นๆนะมีคำถามไหม ยมพรก็มีคำถามไหมไม่มีเป็นยังไงพิจารณาพิจารณามันไม่ใช่ง่ายนะ
ย่อมเห็นแล้วเจ้าค่ะแต่ว่ามันยังไม่พอเพราะว่ากิเลสยังมีอยู่เจ้าค่ะต้องทำไปก่อนต้องทำไปเรื่อยเพราะว่ากิเลสยังมีเยอะเจ้าค่ะ
เมื่อหลวงพ่อก็สมัยก่อนที่หลวงพ่อไปปันตาดมันไม่ได้ฝึกแต่พิจารณาร่างกาย7 ปี6 ปียังไม่เห็นอะไร7 ปีทุกวันก็เหมือนกันถอดร่างกายสลับร่างกายในชิ้นนี้ชิ้นนู้นชิ้นนั้นอาการนี้32อาการเนี่ยแล้วยังติดอยู่นะยังติดกับนี่ยังติดกับอาหารกันกินเนี่ย
ยังไม่พอเจ้าค่ะ
เราต้องพิจารณาทุกวันถึงเบื่อนะถึงใจก็เห็นนะความโทษนะที่ติดกับร่างกายนี่นะคนนี้ก็มีคำถามไหมพยายามหน่อยนี่คนแก่ก็เหมือนกันนะคนที่มาใหม่ไม่ใช่มาที่วัดเพื่อนอนนะเพื่อขยันมันเพลียนนะเดินจงกรมนั่งสมาธิเดินจงกรมนั่งสมาธิแล้วแต่ชอบเดินจงกรมก็เดิน3 ชั่วโมง4 ชั่วโมงก็มันไม่หยุดนะจึงใจมันสงบพิจารณาดูเวลาเดินจงกรมพิจารณาดูร่างกายก็เหมือนกันได้อยู่นะทอดนะเวลาเดินไปนะทอดทั้งหมดทอดแขนทอดขาทอดนี่ทอดโน่นทอดนั่นนะแล้ววางหน้าจงกรมนะเวลากลับมานะเอาไปอีกแล้วเอาไปนะแล้วผสมนะแล้วผลิตร่างกายใหม่แล้วเวลาไปอีกนะมันทอดเถอะนะจึงใจมันเข้าใจนะมีอะไร
จริตโยมมันไม่ชอบการเดินจงกรมค่ะชอบนั่งสมาธิ
แล้วก็เมื่อชอบสมาธิก็ชอบนั่งก็เหมือนกันทอดได้อยู่อะไรนะเวลาเห็นแขนหรือขาหรือมือหรืออะไรก็ตัดออกแล้วใส่ที่นี่แล้วใส่ที่โน้นใส่ที่นั้นใส่ในกลุ่มก็ใส่ละเอียดละอ่อนนี่แล้วดูนี่มันอะไรเป็นร่างกายเข้าใจไหมเดี๋ยวต้องเดินบ้างนะไม่ใช่นั่งตลอดเข้าใจไหมมันนั่งกี่ชั่วโมงเวลานั่งได้วันละ3 ชั่วโมงก็ไม่เป็นไรนะแต่ของเขาต้องยังน้อยก็นั่งวันละ10 ชั่วโมงนะเราเดิน10 ชั่วโมงยังน้อยนะน้อยที่สุดนะเวลาอยู่ในวัดนี้เดินจงกรมนั่งสมาธิก็สลับกันก็ได้นะไม่ต้องสลับกันเวลานั่ง12 ชั่วโมงก็ได้ทำได้ไหมไม่ได้นะเห็นไหมมันก็ต้องพิจารณาดูทุกขเวทนาที่เกิดขึ้นในร่างกายนี่เวลานั่งนานมันจะมีอะไรทุกขเวทนามาจากไหนต้องพิจารณาดูทุกขเวทนาอยู่ที่ไหนอยู่ในผิวหนังอยู่ในกระดูกอยู่ในเนื้ออยู่ในเอ็นอยู่ในเส้นอยู่ที่ไหนพิจารณาดูเพราะว่าไม่มีเวลาลุกขึ้นมาแล้วก็ไม่มีทุกขเวทนามันโลกเขากิเลสโลกเขาตลอดเวลาต้มตุนเขาตลอดเวลาบอกว่าโอ้ยนี่มันเจ็บมากแต่เวลาลุกขึ้นก็มันไม่เจ็บแปลกนะแต่ของเราไม่แปลกของเราก็เห็นอยู่นี่เป็นวิธีระบายทุกข์นะลุกขึ้นก็เป็นวิธีระบายทุกข์นะแต่ไม่ใช่วิธีแก้ทุกข์วิธีแก้ทุกข์เราพิจารณาดูทุกขเวทนาเข้าใจไหมคนยังไม่รู้จักชื่อคนที่บุรีรัมย์
ชื่อแกงค่ะแกง
จางเข้าใจไหมเข้าใจโอเคมีคำถามอีกไหมยกมานี่ใจมันสงบไหมพัดออกนิทานหมดเหรอมันจะขึ้นเรื่อยนะขึ้นใหม่ความคิดใหม่โอ้นี่ความคิดดีนะต้องเขียนเรื่องนี้ต้องเขียนเรื่องโน้นนะและ นั่นมันพัดออกทั้งหมดนะถึงใจมันสงบเข้าใจโอเคแค่นี้ก็พอนะฮะ
ไอจิตกับกายมันแยกกันออกไปเป็นเสียงจิตอยู่ตรงหนึ่งกายอยู่ตรงหนึ่ง
ใช่
แล้วก็ไอ้บางทีมันก็เป็นสภาวะที่ให้เราเห็นซากศพซากกระดูกตัวเองของตัวเองบางทีก็เป็นหนังลอกออกแล้วก็บางทีก็เป็นจุดตุ่มๆเป็นเหมือนสิ่งสกปรกให้เราเห็นเราก็อาเจียนบางวันก็เหม็นตัวเองอุยตัวเอง
แต่ยังไม่พอยังไม่พอต้องทำอีกถึงเห็นนะเวลาพอแล้วนั่นมันใจมันเข้าใจเมื่อเข้าใจแล้วก็ไม่ต้องทำอีกนะแต่เมื่อคิดว่ามันพอแล้วมันยังต้องทำอีกนะใจก็รู้เข้าใจแล้วนะแต่เมื่อยังไม่เข้าใจมันก็ต้องทำอีกนะเหมือนหลวงพ่อก่อน1 ปี2 ปี3 ปี4 ปี5 ปีทำไมยังไม่เข้าใจ
น้อยเคยแตกดับครั้งหนึ่ง
ก็บางที่ก็เห็นอยู่แต่ยังไม่เห็นชัด
ทีนี้มาเกิดขึ้นเริ่มเกิดขึ้นอีกเนี่ยนานปีแล้วนะ
นานที่ต้องขึ้นทุกวัน
ก็จะได้
ต้องขึ้นทุกวันถึงเห็นชัดๆนะบางที่ก็เข้าใจนิดหน่อยบางที่ก็เข้าใจมากขึ้นและมากขึ้นและสุดท้ายก็ใจมันเข้าใจเต็มที่เวลาใจเข้าใจเต็มที่นู้นมันจะตัดออกนะและเวลาตัดออกมันจะรู้ทันทีมันตัดแล้วนะแต่ไม่ใช่คิดมันจะรู้ความรู้ความคิดนะมันต่างกัน
บางครั้งมันจะรู้ให้เราไปเลย
ถูกแล้วถูกแล้วแต่ยังไม่เป็นสุดๆนะโอเคแค่นี้นะแล้วคนไทยก็ไปก็ได้นอกจากเข้าใจภาษาอังกฤษเลยอยากดูฟังต่อไปนะ ก็ให้ไปก่อน
เราไม่ใช่ภาษาอังกฤษเราก็ไปได้
และคนแก่ก็ชื่ออะไรคนแก่ที่มากับ
ชื่อแต๋วเจ้าค่ะ
แจว
แต๋วชื่อเล่นชื่อแต๋วนายแต๋วย
ายแต๋วย
ายแต๋ว
เดี๋ยวนี้กลับจับเดินจงกรมก็ได้นะเรานั่งสมาธิ
นะวันเลยวันนี้ก็น้อยเดินนานไม่ได้แต่เดินอยู่ในนั้นน่ะ
ก็ไม่เป็นไร
นั่งคุณแม่เขียวจะได้เป็นคนนั่งนานได้ก็น้อยจะนั่งนานไม่ได้
ก็แม่นหลวงพ่อนั่งนานได้แต่เดิน3 ชั่วโมง4 ชั่วโมงก็พอ
ตั้งแต่ก็น้อยปวดขานี่หมอไม่เดินมากก็น้อยก็เลยดูไปก่อน
เนี่ยมันก็นั่งไม่เป็นไรก็นั่งก็เดินก็ยืนก็ได้นะ
น้อยยืนก็น้อยเดินน้อยไม่ฟังของหมอหรอกเอาไปกว่ามันจะเป็นอะไรก็มันเป็นไปก็น้อยบ้าง
โอเคทีนี้ไม่มีอะไรมากก็เอาใช้เวลาเป็นประโยชน์นะ so
พระอาจารย์คะโยมฟังไม่รู้เรื่องแต่โยมขอฟังนะคะ
ก็แล้วแต่ So when we are here in the monastery, I mean we use the time, we use all the time, to meditate. There are 2 types of meditation. There's the calm meditation or samatha, and there's the vipassana insight meditation. inside, seeing inside. So the calm meditation, we use the Buddha or we use the breath, anapanasati. Yeah? We are aware of the breath coming in, we are aware of the breath going out, we are aware that the breath is deep or shallow or starts or is at the end, yeah? And so on and so on. Yeah? This awareness we have to develop, it doesn't come automatically. Yeah? And that is the same with the Buddha. Yeah? Or we can use in the beginning when our mind is restless, both Buddha and breathing in and do and breathing out. Yeah? Until one of the Buddha or the breath, goes away, and we are just stuck with the breath or with the Buddha. Yeah? But we have to understand, that the Buddha does not disappear, or that the breath does not disappear. The breath becomes finer and finer if our concentration becomes stronger, but it does not disappear. What disappears is the interest in the breath, or it is the interest in the Buddha. That disappears, yeah? So, being not interested in the Buddha or being not interested in the breath creates a lot of thoughts and creates a lot of memories, because then we think about this or think about that. But that is not the way that we should meditate. We should re-establish the interest in our breath, yeah? Knowing, okay, now the breath is at the beginning, now the breath is at its height, now the breath is slowly going, yeah? Getting weaker, and now it turns into the out-breath or it turns into the in-breath, and so on. Yeah? And the same with the Buddha. The Buddha starts, the Buddha is in the middle, and the Buddha is ending. The Buddha is fast, the Buddha is slow, or the Buddha is deep or shallow. Yeah? And the same with the breath. Yeah? So knowing this, yeah, developing the knowingness or developing the awareness of the breath or the object that we concentrate on. Samadhi is concentration, sati is being the awareness, yeah, or the knowingness of how the object that we concentrate on is. Yeah. This is very important, and we do that until the mind gets calm, until there are no more thoughts coming up, no more memories coming up, and we just stick with the Buddha or we just stick with the breath. Yeah? And then, of course, the breath becomes very detailed and the Buddha becomes much deeper. Yeah? And then when you do the Buddha, then it actually happens because we installed it already. Yeah, then it's running around by itself, and then we can listen to the Buddha just like we can listen to a chant in a cathedral. Yeah, but we stick with the Buddha. Yeah, we concentrate on the Buddha just like we concentrate on the breath. When the breath, when the breath becomes more detailed, yeah, we cannot feel it around the tip of the nose anymore. Then it falls. Then the awareness falls back from where it comes, yeah, and back into the citta, and then we are aware of the breath going in, aware of the breath going out, even though we cannot feel it anymore. And we do that until the breath stops. And then we jump into this knowingness in order to get into the deep state of samadhi, where everything disappears. Before that, the mind concentrates, and you feel it. It goes really into one point. Yeah, it concentrates so strongly that we feel, it converges into one point. That can be with the Buddha or it can be with the breath. No matter what object you are choosing. When we come out and when we can do this kind of samadhi very often, then at least once a day, that is our resting place. Yeah. Just like, when people work during the day, they need to have some sleep during the night, so that they can work on the next day. For us, samadhi is just like this resting place. So when we come out of samadhi, then we do investigation. What do we investigate? Normally, when you think about the whole path, the investigation of the 5 khandhas. What is the 5 khandhas? It's rupa, it's the body. It's feeling, it's memory association, it's thought moments, yeah, and it is consciousness. Yeah. But the first thing that we concentrate on, and that we do for a long time, is the body, yeah, and bodily feelings, of course. So we concentrate on the body, we disassemble the body, or in the beginning we might think about, about being born, and then what did we do, then we learned to walk, how was that, then we learned to talk, how was that. Go back into your memory lane, yeah, and remember that. I know you don't want to remember it, because it was painful, it was full of dukkha. Yeah? Then we went to school, and then we went to primary school, then we went to secondary school, then we went to high school, and some of us went to university. Yeah? So, go through that, and then we go through sickness, and then we go through old age. Some of us are not yet in the old age category, then we look at our parents or our relatives, when they get old and when they die. That is the cycle of a human birth. Yeah? We are born, we get older, we get sick, and we die. And after that, we are born again, but normally not in the human state, but we are in any kind of the 31 realms of existence. Yeah? Most of us, or some of us, hopefully not most of us, go to hell, or go to the ghost realms. And then once the ghost realms is over, or the hell realm is over, we come back as a human being. And then we do enough good and bad karma, to go back to hell, or some of us might even go to heaven, But once we spend all our good merit in heaven, then we go back to hell to receive the I wouldn't say punishment. I don't know a better word. To receive the demerit that we have done in our previous lives in the hell realms. In the 5 hell realms, one of the hell realms is according to one of the 5 precepts that we keep. Yeah? The first precept is not to harm any living being. The second precept is not to take what is not given. The third precept is no sexual misconduct. The fourth precept, no lies, no harsh speech. And the fifth precept is no alcohol, no drugs. Everything that makes us unmindful. So there are, according to these, there are these 5 realms. In each of these realms of hell, there are 5 different stages. So if you killed a person, you go to the lower stage, and if you just harmed, if you just harmed a human being, that you go to a not so deep state, and so on and so on. That is awaiting us, because we all do every day, 24 hours. That's why I say human life, is a very dangerous way, or a dangerous form of existence, because that's where we have 24 hours where we create bad karma or good karma. Every day, until we die. And we have to reap the results of our good or bad karma. And that's why we are born again and again and again, unless we find a way out. And the way out is the 4th noble truth. It's called Sila, Samadhi, Panya, or the 5 precepts, the training of Samadhi, and Panya, the investigation, or what in the West is normally called Vipassana, insight meditation. Insight meditation is what I said before. We look through our love, or then we look at the body. We investigate the body, we tear it to bits and pieces, and put it in front of us, or we can use the 32 parts of the body and then take them out and put it in front of us and look at it. So, which part of this body is the body? There is no body. When you take out all the 32 parts of the body, there is no body. They're just parts of the body. And then you assemble it again, and then there's a body. Then you disassemble it, there's no body. We are attached to this body, and we need to get, the citta that is not part of the 5 khandhas. We need to separate them out from the body. We need to see that the body and the citta are 2 different things, just like the driver of a car and the car are 2 different things. But without the driver, the car wouldn't move. And without the citta, the body does not move. It doesn't scratch itself. It doesn't, it doesn't move upwards or forward or downwards or sideways. It doesn't. Without the citta, it does not move. And that is the important thing for us to understand. When the citta is in samadhi, what I talked before about, when the citta is in samadhi, the body does not move. It's completely still. It's like a tree stump. There's nothing moving. Because the citta is calm. Yeah? Because if there is some movement of the body, that means the citta is moving. Yeah? Without the citta is the driver of the car, or the citta is the driver of this body. Yeah? When the body dies, the citta goes out. Yeah? Because it's useless. This body has become useless, so it looks for another body. Yeah? Yeah? No matter, how much merit we have, if we don't have a lot of merit, we go to the lower realms, yeah. If we have a lot of merit, we go to the higher realms. But even there are bodies, yeah. There are the heavenly bodies, or the hell bodies, or the ghost bodies, or the animal realm, or the demon bodies, in most of the realms there are bodies, yeah. Fine material bodies, yeah. In only 2 realms, in the human realm, animal realms, there are crossed material bodies, yeah. And that's where we are born, and that's where we die. Yeah? In the other realms, we appear and disappear. Yeah? And this is something for you to understand. So we have to investigate the body, to understand that the citta and the body are not one and the same thing. Yeah? When you look at the 5 khandhas, the Lord Buddha talked about our attachment to the 5 khandhas, and that's what we have to investigate. Yeah? And on the way out, yeah. In the 5 khandhas, there is no citta. Yeah. So the citta is different from the 5 khandhas. Yeah. And this we have to remove ourselves, we have to remove the citta from the khandhas, yeah, and see the khandhas as khandhas, yeah. See the thoughts as thoughts, memories as memories, feeling as feeling, but there's something, the citta knows that there's a feeling, the citta knows that there's a body, the citta knows that there's consciousness, yeah. The citta knows, the consciousness arises and ceases, yeah, thoughts arise and ceases, feeling arises and ceases, yeah, memory arises and ceases and has nothing to do with us, yeah. The citta is a knowing nature, yeah. And this is something that we have to train. We have to train this knowing nature, and that we do with the samadhi, yeah. Knowing or being aware of the breath, or being aware of the Buddha. And the more we are aware of the Buddha or the breath, the more we see, thoughts are coming in and thoughts are going out, yeah, going away. This is also called, there are 3 characteristics of the universe, anicca, anatta, dukkha. Yeah? And this is the principle of anatta. Yeah? The Lord Buddha teaches, it's not me, it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me, it's not myself. Yeah? Whatever we can observe cannot be me. Yeah? The feeling that we normally say we have is not my feeling. Yeah? There is a feeling coming and there is a feeling going. Yeah? If it is my feeling, I can instantly change it from a bad feeling to a good feeling, but we cannot do that. Huh? So how can it be my feeling? If we have clothes in the cupboard, we can change, from white to dark, or from brown to yellow, or whatever. Yeah, this is what we could call mine, me and mine. Yeah, but that is not with feelings. Yeah, feelings are thoughts. We didn't invite the thoughts to come up. We didn't invite the memories to come up. Yeah, we can be aware of the memories coming up. We can be aware of the thoughts coming up. We can be aware of the feelings coming up. Yeah? Or when we are very good, when our samadhi is excellent, we can be aware of consciousness arising and ceasing. Yeah? That's a very interesting experience, when consciousness ceases to exist. What is left? Huh? It's amazing. So, going back, that is what we are training. We are training samadhi, and when we train samadhi, we concentrate on one object, and we are aware of this object, how the qualities of this object are. And then we do investigation, yeah? We ask the questions, where are the body parts? When we take out the body part, this body part, this body part, that body part, how do they differentiate itself from the body part? So we can cut it up, one body part, and can cut up the heart into bits and pieces and look at the structure of the heart, or we can look at the structure of the lung, or we can look at the structure of the stomach, and so on, and so on, and so on, yeah? And then compare, yeah? Because all of these body parts are made out of 4 elements. Yeah? the earth element, the water element, the fire element, and the air element. Yeah? So they're all made up. Yeah. So I mean, but they're different. It's the same thing. We ask the question: how does the feeling of fear and how does the feeling of pain differentiate itself? Yeah. That's a question we ask. We have to ask the questions when we do investigation. Yeah. Or we ask the question when we lay out the parts of the body. I mean, what is the body? For instance, this is the question: which part of the body is the body? Yeah? Or is it just a part of the body? And if we assemble it, correctly, then it becomes a human body. Yeah. If we assemble it, in a different way, for instance, put our legs, at our shoulders and our hands, at our hips, I mean, what does it look? Is it still a body? Yeah. And some people, put the brain between the legs, and then, what is this? Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we have all the choices. We have all, the creativity, to understand the nature of the body, and also to understand that the citta and the body are two different things. So I think that is enough for today. Yeah, I mean, just a short reminder of how we should practice. Yeah, or how we should investigate. So if you have any questions now, you can ask them. If you don't have questions, then we read the questions. Yeah. Is it actually what I said? Is it understood somehow? Yeah. Okay.
Or there's some.
Wait a moment. Yeah. there's another thing. When we meditate, and we get distracted. Yeah. I mean, we can see. We can see the kilesas. The kilesas are just like magicians. They pull out another thought, they pull out a memory, they pull out an imagination, yeah? And we go for the imagination instead of looking into the head where they pulled it out. Yeah? We have to look into the head, yeah? Where the kilesas pull out all these things, yeah? All these tricks, of the magician. Yeah? And sometimes, we don't fall for this trick anymore because we have fell for it, for such a long time, so we say, okay, I know this trick, I don't fall for it. And then they pull out a new trick, yeah? One that we have never seen, and oh, wow, that is amazing, yeah? So we fall for the new tricks, yeah? I mean, they have an endless supply of tricks, yeah? Not that we don't know, yeah? So, what we do, we investigate these tricks, or we investigate where these tricks are coming out. That means what came before this trick, yeah? Before they pull the trick, to distract us. Yeah? I mean, they only distract us, when their power is undermined. Yeah? When they don't have any more power over us, yeah? When they cannot, lead us in this way or lead us in that way, because we are so fixed on our samadhi, fixed on our Buddha or breath, yeah? So they pull out a trick, oh wow, where did that come from, yeah? And then we are already in thoughts, far away, yeah? So we have to understand that. Okay, now you can have
Are there some beings bound to stay in samsara eternally? Are these the Pada-parama class of beings?
No. Now being is, eternally. Yeah? Pada-parama are the unteachables, I mean, but sooner or later they will become teachable. Yeah? There's no, I mean, that is not within the Buddha's teaching. All beings have a chance, yeah, to come up. Yeah? The Pada-parama, are thought of, as unteachables, in this existence. Yeah? But maybe they will learn, over time they will learn. Yeah? I mean, we have learned. We were Pada-parama, maybe one time. Yeah? So.
How many arhants are left in the world? How much longer will the world have arhants?
I don't know. I mean, how should I know? I mean, in Thailand there are still quite a few left, yeah, but I don't know the number, yeah. I mean, they don't come to me and say, hello, I'm an arahant, can you count me? But I do know some of them, so some of them are left, not as many as at the time of Luang Pu Man, At the time of Luang Pu Man, there were around 100 arahants in this country, in Thailand alone, And there are hardly anybody else in the world, I think it's answered, huh?
Ich höre jeden Tag Ajahn Martin Dhammatalk. Bis jetzt habe ich nichts in Praxis umsetzen können. Wie soll ich mit meinem Geist umgehen?
Den Geist zur Ruhe bringen. Wir müssen den Geist auf einen Punkt konzentrieren. Das ist dieselbe, weißt du, das ist, als ob ein kleines Kind fragen kann, Mami, warum kann ich nicht laufen? Und was wird die Mami antworten? Ja, lerne dazu laufen. Wir müssen es lernen. Und das ist natürlich genauso wie das Laufen oder genauso wie das Sprechen, ist es fast, ich würde jetzt fast sagen, eine mechanische Ausbildung. Das ist einfach Übung macht den Meister. Und wenn wir das nicht anfangen, wenn wir nicht anfangen, uns hinzusetzen, die Augen zu schließen und beim Buddha oder beim Atem zu bleiben und jedes Mal, wenn der Geist rausgeht, den Atem zurück zum Atem oder zurück zum Buddha zu gehen, wenn wir das nicht üben, dann kommen wir nie weiter. Nächste.
When we do mistakes, our parents scold us, but when parents do mistakes, it is not right to correct them. We all are humans, we all do mistakes, but my parents never listen. Then they start yelling when I tell them their mistake is such a case. How can we deal with the situation? First put the blank out of your own eye before you take the splinter out of the eyes of the others. First correct your own mistakes. And I mean, never tell anybody who doesn't want to listen, about his mistake. You will get irritated, you will get angry, I mean, if it is a Kalyana Mitta, then you can tell him, But even here in the monastery, I mean, if somebody tells you your mistakes, I mean, some of us get really angry, So, I mean, it's the same thing. It doesn't have to be the parents, it can be just your friend, or colleague, I mean, stay within yourself, Don't look at others, look at yourself, Because whatever fault you see in others, it is within yourself. So remove that fault, from yourself, And then, when you see that kind of quotation marks fault, in others, you have metta and compassion for these people because you know what they are going through. Understood? It's very tough, We always find, especially if we are German, we always find fault with others, We never find fault with ourselves, And if somebody else points out the fault of us, I mean, we get angry, That's a normal reaction, But remember this thing, If you see some fault, Or if you get angry, or if you get uneasy about somebody else, because he's doing this in this way, know that you are doing the same thing. But you don't see it because you look outside and you don't look inside. So correct this within yourself, and then when you see the same thing happening to other people, you have compassion and no anger. So, next question. But Ajahn, the point is much stronger in the lower chest for me. I can feel it in the nose too, but it's a lot weaker. Any thoughts? I started 3 years ago with the nose, and a few weeks ago when a monk asked me to picture a candle as a cloth between the mind and thoughts, my point instantly wanted to go down into the chest, and it feels much more calming and stable.
That depends on, I mean, as long as he feels, the breath at the tip of the nose, I mean, his point of concentration should be there.
But there is, of course, the point of knowingness, and the point of knowingness is in the chest, yeah. And it automatically, goes to the chest, yeah. I mean, he can try it out, he can experiment with it, leave it at the chest, and that's what is happening. But he should be aware of the breath, or he should be aware of the Buddha at the level of the chest. Otherwise, it's wrong. If he's aware of the Buddha, if he's aware of the breath, at the level, when the point is at the chest, yeah, then it's okay. And then stay there, yeah. But if he's not aware, yeah, then it's something wrong. Yeah? Then it's not correct. Okay. Yeah.
Sati seems to be quite confusing for me. From my understanding, there's a strong correlation between samadhi and sati, where we focus on one phenomena, Buddha or breath.
What?
If you could explain.
Yeah,
the
what
correlation between samadhi and sati.
I explained it so often, yeah. Samadhi is concentration, we concentrate on an object, and sati is the knowingness or being aware of how this object that we concentrate on is. Yeah.
What gets confusing is investigation of kilesas or emptying out the heart, because isn't this investigation distraction from samadhi? I'm currently thinking that as a new practitioner of meditation, one should focus solely on samadhi first to build up on the concentration or determination, as you mentioned, before doing the investigation or vipassana. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But what he can do is, reflection of birth and death and old age and sickness, yeah? That he can do anytime, even if his samadhi is not strong. Yeah? Being born, learning to walk, learning to talk, going to school, and then going to a job, he can think about that, he can reflect about that at any time. He doesn't need to have strong samadhi, yeah? But otherwise he's correct, yeah? First develop your samadhi to a point of efficiency, where we can rest the mind in samadhi in order to regain the strength, just like people who work, need to go to sleep, in order to regain their strength of the body, yeah? Next.
Another question. What if the mind constantly calls for this investigation? Then should I allow my mind to do this naturally or force myself to master the samadhi first?
Master the samadhi, don't master the samadhi. I said, there's a point where we can go into investigation. If we have the ability, to go into samadhi where there are no thoughts, where there are no memories arising, and we can stay in this room, or in the safe house, or whatever I call it, glass house, yeah, for 15 to 20 minutes, then he can do investigation, yeah. But if he cannot stay there for enough time, then his samadhi is not strong enough to do investigation, because then investigation just becomes thinking, and thinking doesn't solve our problems, as we all should know by now. Our thinking has never solved any problem. Yeah? Okay, next.
When I'm attempting to keep my attention on the breath and the thought comes up, is it right practice to let the thought be, not actively trying to stop it? Not label it and not wonder about its content, but just focus on the breath until the thought naturally ceases.
Okay.
I feel a difference in what my mind is doing if I practice like that, rather than going out to the thought to label it repeatedly until it stops and then returning to the breath.
I never said to label it. No, what he said is correctly, if he's aware of the breath, that is actually returning to the breath. He sees, or he's aware of a thought, doesn't go out to the thought and stays with the breath. That is the correct way of practice, yeah? I said, for the beginners who doesn't know what sati is, yeah? Then label there's a thought, and then go back to the Buddha. But if he has the awareness that he knows that there is a thought, and doesn't need to go there and label it, yeah? Then he doesn't need to do it. Just the beginning.
Is it also correct to purposefully construct mental images that are calming and reinforcing my practice? For example, imagining that I am on an island or alone in the forest while meditating will bring up a strong sense that I am free from distractions and worry. Should I stop intentionally creating mental images that I find helpful? My mind tends to think in images, and I find it very easy to see things in vivid details when my eyes are closed. I was thinking that maybe I can use this for something useful, helpful instead, or just letting the mind bring up all kinds of random mental imagery instead. Is it trying to be too controlling of the mental processes?
No, I mean there are too many questions in one question. Yeah? I mean, these images can help us at the beginning, yeah? I mean, to calm us down. But he should know what he's going to concentrate on, be it either the Buddha or be it the breath, yeah? I mean, if in the beginning this mental image of sitting in a forest helps him to calm down, then use it in the beginning, but then later on, forget about it. But if he has the ability to see something very clearly, that's the second part, if he has the ability to see things clearly, he should use it for body investigation. He should, open up his body, I mean, take a knife, a mental knife, yeah, and then cut open his skin, and look inside, yeah, and then see the things inside of his body, yeah. That's where you can use it, and that is where it is of utmost value. Yeah. I think that's probably all. Yeah. If I didn't, what?
There's one more question.
One more?
Yeah. Could you explain the difference between Appana Samadhi and Jhana? I always thought of the Jhanas as levels of Samadhi.
Appana Samadhi is similar to the fourth jhana, but it's not the same as the fourth jhana. In Appana Samadhi, there is no object that you're holding on to. Yeah? I mean, all the universe has disappeared. In the fourth jhana, you're still holding on to, what is it called? I can't remember. It's a calmness or stillness or what is? Yeah. What is it? Rapture, joy, equanimity? No. It is stillness. Yeah. Equanimity is one of the heavens. There are four kinds of heavens, I mean, it is metta, mudita, upekka, yeah, and the fourth one I forgot. Yeah. What? Karuna, yeah, compassion, yeah. Well, so what was it? No, with the jhanas, yeah. The jhanas are on a different level, yeah. I mean, when you go along, when you go along the street, that is samadhi, But then you have a highway that is above the street, and these are the jhanas, yeah. They lead to different states and they lead to different kinds of insight, yeah. The rupa jhanas and the arupa jhanas are on a different level, and what is very close to Appana Samadhi is the fourth jhana of the fourth rupa jhana. Yeah. But it's not the same. Yeah? Okay? So, all the questions are answered? More questions coming up? So, if there are no more questions, then we go back, to our practice, yeah? Don't go to sleep, I mean, do a walking meditation or sitting meditation, yeah? And as I normally, I mean, if people have not practiced a lot, 6 hours sleep is enough. If you practice, all day long, 4 hours of sleep is enough. If you're good at practice, 2 hours of sleep is enough. Right? Yeah. So let's finish it up.